Lori? Lori, will you please call roll call?
Here.
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 All right, the first order of business is to approve the minutes from last month meeting. Everybody should have a copy of those, so if you take us a minute to look over it. Does everybody approve of the minutes, the agenda for last month?
Yes.
We got one.
Yes.
I approve. All approve. Now the agenda for the day is roll call's already been called. Public comments. No public comments. Work session. Work session. We're discussing more seating at Sonora Park. The floor is open with it.
Will this be like more? Will this be like more, like bench seating? I'm assuming.
Yes, more like picnic table area.
Picnic table. Do you know how many do we have right now in total at Sonora?
You have two that are not inside the pavilion.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's right. Two up at the front. Then the two. Yeah, so it's four.
Okay.
Mhm.
Regarding the grill, because I saw the email for that. Would we put that next to one of the already existing benches? I'm assuming. Or are
Yes.
we updating like a new old grill?
What?
So I discussed it with our city manager, and but we went ahead and purchased the grill. So the grill is at the shop. All we have to do now is install it. And based on the site, we are planning to have it installed on the lead walk that heads up to the pavilion, right on that tree, close to the splash pad. So if you're walking towards the pavilion from the parking lot, it's going to be on your left-hand side.
I mean, that's up to y'all. I mean, what do y'all think? Do we need more seating then? Yes.
Well, first off, Christian, I know everybody been talking that the Y's gonna be doing something with the park, but what exactly are?
The plans for Sonora Park is to have another pavilion, and that other pavilion is going to be close to the front parking lot. That's parallels to New Hope Road. So there's going to be a new pavilion up there as well. And I know we discussed the restroom, and that's on the back burner pending the new development for the ballpark. So during that ballpark, they're going to have new restrooms, and he's thinking that it should be in the vicinity between both restrooms, so we should have facilities for both places.
Okay. All right. Discussion 2 is the outdoor fitness area and equipment. Now, on that, it's not, I wasn't looking at more just something to stay. I'm not looking for a whole thing, but like the elderly with the older home, retirement deals kind of next door. Some of them, when they walk in and stuff, if you had like, I've been in some parks where they have stationary gliders that the elderly people can get on and move around and stuff. And, I just think because of the elderly home right next to the park, some of them might enjoy that a little bit more than just walking.
Yeah,
around
and
the
we
deal.
had, well, I guess when I first started it, there was plans and options to have a real fitness center to be stationed right here outside where the Dollar General. And that went up, and it was denied because of the cost. It was going to cost us like about $75,000. But I'm with you, but the only option about that is security. If we put a stationary bike out there, it's got to be really secured. Otherwise, it's going to walk away.
Well,
Right.
see, these are, I got pictures, I just forgot to send them to you. But see, I have pictures. When I mean it's stationary, it's put in, it's cemented in.
Yeah,
If you want to take it out, I'm sorry, if somebody is that bad and want to take it out of that bad, they're going to take the jackhammer. If you want to stay there and jackhammer all day, okay, more than welcome to it.
yeah, but the history we have in Sonora Park, there's a lot of vandalism at night. So, I'll make the suggestion to the higher ups, but I don't know, just my gut feeling is that they're gonna say, nah. But I'll take it up to them and said we could put, one or two stationary bikes that's bolted down to the concrete and see what transpires from that.
Okay.
But the deal is, where would you want to put those? To the front park?
Yeah. I was because where is the pavilion? You saying they think about the new pavilion? They're gonna put it
At the front. It's gonna be
at the
close
front
to,
by the restroom or at the front?
at the front. It's gonna be like in that open playground there at the front that I guess the YMCA is using it for soccer practice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be right up front there.
Okay. Well, what I was thinking on, like the little equipment, is around the track. Majority of parks have them around the track. So when people walk in, maybe they want to stop, and some of them are chin-up bars, some of them are pull-up bars, and like I said, some of them are the little gliders. But it's a concrete pad that's cemented in. So when people walking around the tracks, maybe they want to not walk around the track. They want to stop over there and do pull-ups or push-ups or sit-ups or.
Yeah, we'll have to build a pad that's next to the sidewalk.
Mhm.
5 by 5, whatever it
Yeah.
is.
And
I haven't seen that one that you're talking about, but if you go to Craven Park off of Sublet,
Yep.
they have something similar to where optical course that you can get on, but the other items that you're talking about would have to be something that's kind of enclosed because the kids will possibly, get on those items and injure themselves.
Hurt themselves, yeah.
Mhm.
We'll look at all the pros and cons and see what they say.
Yeah, because I've seen something similar at do you know like where East Lone West is in Mansfield, the park they built? They have like that little path we can circle around, but they also have like the little equipment. But it's not like anything crazy where, it's like a pull-up bar. I doubt
Yeah.
somebody's gonna go steal just a piece of rod of metal. But then again, you don't know people these days. But something like that.
Also, have you guys ever gone to Grand Prairie? They have that kid-friendly park, and it's also feasible for kids that are disabled as well. You seen that one?
Yeah.
Yes, and so it is good for even these elders as well.
Yeah, I mean, some of this stuff is, uh, it's gonna be a good idea as we start thinking about what we want and look to put it for the upcoming budget, because I know this year budget, some of the stuff that we would like to see, it ain't gonna fly this year. So we could work on it, get some pricing, see what you all like, get it approved, get the pricing, and get it into the upcoming budget for '25.
Okay. All right. Uh, now with the discussion of the plaque in Sonora Park that states how many laps is actually around that little track.
There is a signage on the sidewalk itself, but
Okay.
I don't think it tells you the amount of laps, but it tells you 4/10 of a mile,
Right.
7/10 of a mile,
Right. Cause
because the entire sidewalk is not a mile.
oh yeah, yeah,
But,
I know.
but yeah, we could put it at the front, like the pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
We could have that like starting point, 7 laps from here
Yeah.
equal a mile.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that should be a cheap fix. That shouldn't be very
Yeah.
expensive.
Well, only reason I thought about that because a lot of people don't have smart watches. The smartwatch, it'll count it for you, count your steps, tell you how far. But a lot of people don't have those watches. So, they go over there and walk and stuff. They would actually like to know, how many times around do I got to get a mile or a quarter of a mile in.
Yeah, but we do have a sign that says 5/10 to 7/10 of a mile.
Okay.
There's a sign.
Okay.
But yeah, we could get one that actually says how many laps equal the mile.
Okay. All right. And then as far as the little park out here, what about the water fountains and the fountains? Will those be operational as far as summertime get ready to come around?
Yeah, there's a leak at Sonora Park. It was hard to find those parts for that. So we might have to look into at least installing a brand new
Okay.
fountain. And the ones over here, they are shut down because of the cold weather.
Right. But when summertime rolls around, they
It's
will
gonna
be
be
functional.
turned back on, yeah.
Okay. And will the fountain also be functional out here too?
The one at Sonora?
No, the one over here at the city park, the little water fountain. The yeah, the decorative one.
I don't know, I think that, isn't that the one yeah, that's functional, but it's shut off.
Okay.
And I know the one similar here is an
Yeah.
open lot, yeah, that's functional. It has a little leak, but it works.
Okay.
But because of the cold weather, they've been turned off.
Right. No, I understand. Okay. All right. We're moving on to part B, discussion and or request for clarification on items listed on the agenda. In the regular session report any announcements? Got any announcements?
No.
Okay. Any updates from the staff? Now,
No.
Like I mentioned, the only update I have is that the grill was purchased, and it's gonna be installed very shortly, as soon as the weather kind of eases up.
right.
If it's dry enough,
Okay.
it's gonna be installed, so you're gonna have probably by the end of the month, invite your neighbors to come and have their first barbecue.
Okay. That'd be nice.
I'll let you know as soon as it's installed,
Yes, please.
but it's gonna be very shortly.
How many? How many?
I think we're doing one. It's one grill, right?
Just one.
Yeah. That's fine to see what we start with.
It's kind of pretty big.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he showed me the pictures.
It's
It's big.
this wide with 2 levels, so you could have your burgers and your hot dogs going on at the same time.
Yeah. So okay. Let's see. Got anything? Okay. Well, there was there was like a little assignment that everybody was supposed to go to the park, and if you see something that you want to encompass, or
I didn't receive anything.
okay,
I remember on December, I was just busy with other stuff.
Right.
It passed my mind.
okay. Well, again,
But we can double check.
yeah, no, again, please go to the park and walk around the park and see what y'all see, and send it in to Laura so we can get it on the agenda.
Yeah, fresh set of eyes.
We can talk. Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay.
It's definitely fresh set of eyes, because really the parks, we want our parks to be enjoyable for everybody.
Mhm.
We not trying to just make it, for just a young. Everybody's a kid at heart.
Yeah.
I like to go out to the park myself and swing every now and then when I'm walking. So I want the parks to be enjoyable for everybody. I want at least something there that everybody have something to do. Because I don't want nobody to come back, I'm hearing the talk, but there's nothing in that park for me to do. No, I want something there for everybody.
Yeah, and I remember in the last meeting, we discussed repainting the pavilion
Yes,
to match the splash pad.
yes,
The city manager don't want to see, what would you say, multicolors or carnival out there. So if we do have to paint it, it's going to be a flat color.
okay,
It
well,
wouldn't be multicolored.
okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, we can do a flat color, but will we be able to look at colors so we can vote on and pick?
I mean, you all could decide on a
city
color.
manager.
I don't know if they would approve the color, but
Yeah.
you could give
Or,
suggestion.
or the city manager is gonna just sit there and say, well, I wanted this color and this color only.
No, I'm sure he's going to buy off what you all say, and he can say, well, let's say you have 4 colors. He can say, and you all have a number 1, 2. He might say, yeah, I would like number 2, it's number 3. And then we could say, yeah, no, we want what you all suggest.
Right. No, that's fine. I mean, I understand that, but I don't want to be, just we stuck with just one color. We can't choose,
No,
like you said, 4 or 5 different colors.
I would suggest that you come up with a color scheme that you want, want green, yellow, white, black, and majority wins.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it may not happen this budget year because we didn't cater for that in this
Right.
budget. But we could definitely put it for the coming budget.
Okay. Okay.
And it's similar for the PA system, because I discussed that with him as well. And he said, again, the vandalism, I said, well, we're going to protect it and stuff. He said, well, I don't know how often they're going to use it, how much it's going to cost. But again, we could bring it up again and probably put it for the next year's budget.
Right. I mean, I understand the cost and everything, but at the end of the day, you charging people to use it, so you're gonna make your cost. You'll make your cost back.
Yeah, what's it saying?
Not like we
You
trying.
bill it, they would come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like we're trying to put something in that nobody's gonna use. Trust me, you put it in there, people going to use it.
Yeah.
So when you renting out the pavilion, hey, we have a PA deal in there, and it's not really a whole system. All I'm suggesting is just Bluetooth stereo speakers, because phones,
Yeah.
Bluetooth, tablets. I mean, everybody has a Wi-Fi, an outdoor Wi-Fi. I mean, if you don't, then you
Yeah, we could put 2 Bose speakers up there. They run like $300 up
yeah.
there. Chicken scratch, right?
I
But
mean,
yeah, we could put all the stuff into.
I mean, I understand he's looking at the the security aspect of it, but let's be real. The gate that you got out there, where it's positioned, everybody still can get in the park. If he's worrying about trying to keep people out of the park, he will put the gate up at the entrance. So when it closes, can't nobody get into the park. But the way it sits now, you can still come in to the park, and you can come in from the backside. So if he's worrying about security, then he didn't look at the whole aspect of it.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned, there's very shortly we're going to be starting on the playground in the ballpark. So that's going to be fenced around. It's going to have security, so you can get in from either end. But when the park is open, it's open. But that's probably happen later this year for the ballpark.
For Rogers Park, is there a grill there as well? Or no?
No,
What was that?
Rogers Park, there's
Rogers
not
Park?
one.
No.
No. Hmm.
I mean, that might be something we want to put in, look at putting in the budget
Because I know
2025, 2026.
Yeah, I mean, the grills are not very expensive, but looking at the history at Rogers Farm, there's not much traffic out there.
it's not.
But it could encourage people to come and participate in the park if they have a grill.
Because I know that park is just surrounded by neighborhoods, and then there's only really the basketball court there. That's like really the only reason I see people go there. But then again, if you go into the neighborhoods, everyone has like a basketball
Yeah,
court,
yeah.
hoop outside.
Yeah, because I know early last year we retrofitted that basketball court.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
And you said it. Building and they will come. Hey, you put one out there. Birthday parties.
Yeah, especially for like there, since it's just little neighborhoods, and especially with the young kids, I feel like maybe just a grill and a bench there, and then maybe I mean I know the Pavilion's gonna be pretty expensive, but just let people maybe just throw birthday parties, be like, hey, bring your own tent, maybe. But we have a grill and stuff, but we don't have a pavilion. But that way your kids can play in the grass, and then they can just you got a basketball hoop and everything.
Yeah, there used to be a picnic table out there, but it's gone. So we could, because the foundation is still there, so we could put back a new picnic table, and right at the picnic table, we could have the new grill.
Mm.
I mean, cause you got what in April? You got what Easter coming up. I mean, if you got stuff out there,
Yeah, we could look
people
into
will
that
use your
and
park.
Hmm.
making sure that we have access for utilities. I know we have a water system out there, but then we'll have to run the pipes, so that's a cost. Then we need to have necessities, because there's no bathroom out there, and I don't think people like to see Potter Johns. And if we put one there, then it's gonna be vandalized. So,
I see. I feel like that park it could be just be catered just to the local area. Like, let's say you live on like sublet, anyone there, usually you're just within home shot, you can just walk home. For the kids, they can just bicycle home, whatever. But if you're throwing like a birthday party, rather than just throwing it at your house, like throwing the big bounce house outside, you can just be like, it's okay for you guys to just let us
yeah,
know and just
kids want to have open air to run around and stuff, and there's the facilities for it, it's just that we don't have the amenities.
yeah, because you need the bathroom, and then because people are gonna complain, I want to throw an event here, but then I have to get my kids to go home if they want to take a piss. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, that would be.
All right, moving on to all right, moving on to approval of January 14th, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
I think we already approved this.
We did.
Yeah.
Items for individual consideration, discuss and/or actions. Executive session. Reconvenes into open session and take any actions necessary pursuant to executive session.
Yeah, those are just from big council meeting that we still have to keep the same agendas. But if we don't have anything, then you leave that out.
Yeah.
But you need to go ahead and approve your minutes from last month. So somebody need to first and second.
Oh,
Motion to approve the minutes from last month.
I approve as well.
I approve, so, yeah.
So you have a 1, 2, and 3.
Unanimous.
And somebody need to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I second that motion.
Aye.
Sounds good.
It is officially 6:56.
Man, we on the money.
Yes, we are.
Thank you all for coming out.
Thank you.
Um, but if y'all do, go to the park and look at the pavilion. If y'all think of any